So how does music ownership, this is so crazy to me. So you wrote these songs, you sang these songs, you put everything into them. And don't get me wrong, there's publishing companies, people that support artists out there, but
yeah,
how does ownership of music even work? Like when you recorded these songs when you were 16, right? Is that like the singer
Can you dumb
gets
it
a
down
portion?
to us 95%?
Yeah.
The singer gets a certain portion, the artist gets or the songwriter gets a certain portion, and then the publishing company gets a certain portion?
Okay, so that's a great question, and there's two main categories that we're talking about here.
Asked. Go ahead.
So master recordings is the actual recording.
Yes.
It's the actual vocal, band, production, mixing, mastering, that actual thing.
Yes.
Mine also included my album artwork, my music videos, everything that went along with any era of music that I had done for my first 6 albums.
Got it.
Every era.
So then there's another category, which is publishing.
Yes.
I own my publishing, which is why, I have control over, if my song is used in a film, I wanted them to use Taylor's version instead of the original version, the songwriter, can decide that.
Got it. Okay.
And so
Yes.
it's like,
Noted.
I've always been very lucky because my publishing was protected. A lot of artists have their publishing sold away from them, or they sell their publishing, and and a lot of artists, it may not be important to them. It was always important for me. The publishing aspect of it has always been something I've had firmly in place, which is great because my songwriting is the core of why I do this, why I love it so much, and what I think has made anything happen in my career at all.
Greatest songwriter of all time.
That's very nice of you to say that. It's like, says her boyfriend.
Says a lot of people.
Basically, then you have the master recordings side of things. Now, this is a discussion that was not really brought up amongst the artist communities, especially not with fans. This was all kind of industry-centric and kind of boring contract stuff that fans were not speaking about.
Sure.
And so one thing that I think is really great that has come about because of this is that I have so many new artists come up to me now and say, hey, I didn't even know this was a thing. Yeah. And when I went to go and negotiate for my record deal, I negotiated to have my masters revert back to me after a certain amount of years, or that I own them outright. And it's not for everyone. Not everyone cares about this. Artist to artist, artists have different priorities. Some artists sell off all their masters because everyone's allowed to have their own priorities. What I wanted, though, is that if I were to put the information out about what I went through, at least it gets artists talking about this to decide whether this is a priority for them. Because you can't know if it's a priority for you unless you know what has come before you and what has happened. And so the master recordings thing, that's your actual ownership of your recordings. To put it in perspective, if I never would have been able to buy back my music, one day someone else would be leaving all of my music from my first 6 albums to their kids in their will.
Right. Yeah.
And you think about it like that, it's like, I thought of it, I made it, I recorded it, I paid for most of those music videos. I wanted an opportunity to buy that back, and that was important to me.
You feel like they're yours. They should be yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think it was easier for you to do, one, because just you talking about this, you're so aware of the business side of this and the legal ramifications, you're more aware than I think probably most artists are. But being
woman in the world,
it's crazy. Being a songwriter,
says her boyfriend,
smartest woman in the world.
You being the songwriter, being the singer, owning the publishing rights, being able to re-record songs, that gave you leverage and able to make this move, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was it. And also, in my contract, they didn't put a clause in that said I couldn't re-record because nobody was doing it and nobody thought that was a good idea.
Right.
So, and also who would be that stubborn? Who would be that petty?
This badass kid over here.
They would record every single thing.
It's so badass.
Over and over again.
What was your favorite one to revisit?
Not just that. Hold on, Bill. But not just that. Who has a fan base that's going to listen to the same album twice in a row?
It's a good point, Jason. It's a good point.
Honestly, and this is where they missed it. You had
if you make
this
a third
diehard
1989, I'll listen to that one too.
Built.
That's the thing, is the
You
fans
sold a story with the second time you released this album, right? And the fans got behind that narrative, and they're like, "Screw the first album. We're rolling with the re-recorded album because we're supporting the artist."
They were like, "We ride at dawn." Like,
That's right.
and it was amazing because they're the reason why the re-records worked out. Yeah. They're the reason I was able to purchase my music back because they came to the Eras tour, and basically they're the reason why any of this worked out. And I also want to note that, like, the other people who are like, "We ride at dawn," my live band, they played on all the re-records. It's like, you want to know why they sound so perfect on the Eras tour? They played on all those records. Mm-hmm. Like, they're session musicians too, and that's how good they are. And I'm so impressed just by their ability and their dexterity as musicians to be able to do that so convincingly, because there are actually there's the Taylor's versions one, I kind of prefer a lot of that stuff. I think it sounds incredible, but I'm happy to have all of it.
So that leads me to the next question, Tay. Now that you own all of it, you have the re-recordings, you have the original recordings, what should we listen to? Like, what do I roll with? Does it matter?
Choice.
You're just like, whatever you guys want. Like,
yeah, it's really whatever you guys want, because I love both of them. I would not have put out the re-records if I didn't think that they held up or were better. I think a lot of the vocals I did on the re-records are better than the originals.
Ooh.
Okay.
But it's like, if you found a nostalgia in the originals and that was what you were listening to when you were 12 years old, bopping around in your bedroom, go crazy.
Yeah.
We got them all.
I'm going to start doing comparisons. That's what I got to do. I just got to start doing comparisons.
Yeah.
You're going to listen to every beat.
Yeah.
You're certainly, it's not mandatory, Jason.
I mean, it sounds like a good time.
I'll say this. There's a few good playlists out there that have a mixture of them all.
You've been streaming?
Yes.
Thank you.
I've been streaming for about 2 years now.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. That's why we got that spike in the
that's what it was.
35-year-old male demographic.
Right. Yes, that 1.7 billion, that was at least 1 billion of those, for sure.
We have one IP address from one iPhone that continually is listening to this playlist. Did you have a favorite album that you re-recorded that, like, are there different eras that you liked recording more, re-recording?
I really liked them all, but I think Red was very special. There were songs that I called From the Vault songs, and there was one which I think is maybe my favorite song I've ever written, called All Too Well, the 10-minute version, where I unearthed. There were originally so many more verses in that song than ended up being on the album that I had put out when I originally put out Red. I made the glorious, fortuitous mistake of saying that to my fans in an interview. You know what those words mean.
I love it.
You're so handsome. So basically, I said that in an interview to my fans, and they just like hung on to it. They were like, "Where's the 10-minute version? Give us the 10-minute version." Yeah. And when it came time to doing Taylor's version and re-recording the album, I went back in, found the verses, restructured the song to the way that it pretty much was when I had originally written it, put them back in. And that song is one of my favorite things I've ever done. And it was when we were on the Eras tour, I'm watching people just like cathartically scream this song to the point where I'm like, do you need to go to the hospital? Like, it was so passionate, the fan response to that song at the Eras tour. And I remember thinking so many times, like, what if this never happened? Like, what if I never had to re-record this?
It's one of the most iconic parts of that tour.
It was so fun. And so, like, it really did make me fall back in love with that album specifically. I have a song with Phoebe Bridgers that I really love on that, From the Vault. Chris Stapleton was a part of it as well. And I think that one, I've always loved Fearless in 1989 in a very pure way. But Red, I've kind of gone back and forth over the years and been like, like that re-recording it made me just be like, oh, God, I love that album. I have no complicated feelings about that. Wouldn't have done anything different. Maybe except to include the original verses the first time.
Well, we just talked about the different eras a little bit. Let's talk about perhaps the most daunting thing that any artist has ever taken on, which is the Eras Tour.
Oh my God.
You Finally finished it up last December in Vancouver. I don't know. What did it feel like to wrap it up? What does it feel like now? Like not touring and being on a jet every day, basically trying to go from country to country. Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. It feels great, Jason, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you.
You don't miss it?
I miss it. I do miss it, but it's like it was perfect for what it was. Yes, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it was a lot of physical therapy, and it was a lot of like being in a state of perpetual physical discomfort, kind of like when you're in season. You know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not getting hit
my first
by huge 300-pounders, but the heels.
When I saw the recovery station in the hotel room after with the toe spacers.
I gotta acupuncture that.
I'm telling you, dude, the similarities were crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. She does more than I do.
We're like comparing physical therapy stories, like recovery stuff. But
have you ever tried taping your ankles?
We related on how much
big ankle tape guy. I miss it because I miss the fans and I miss that connection. But at the same time, it was so special. It was like the most formative time of my life. I learned so much about how far I can push myself, and if I set a goal, making that a 3.5 hour show in the beginning of the tour, it's like you can't like be sick one day and then decide tonight it's going to be 2.5 hours.
Right.
And it's really just like prioritizing the fans' experience before anything else. And my fellow
broken heart.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Dude.
Don't you get me started.
Or like stomach flu, or like just like aching feet or blisters or whatever, like it just was.
Which she had all of this going through,
usually
and it's
all at the same time. But
going into her fourth show.
Yeah, and it's just it was kind of the coolest thing in the world, because when we were putting together this tour, I had some really lofty goals I wanted to reach conceptually, because I wanted to show fans, and especially younger fans, visuals and sort of performance art references that were really important to me as a kid, and what inspired me to want to do this, right? So like, I wanted to put elements of musical theater, Broadway, ballet, scenery that you would see in an opera,
Who thinks like this?
I was about to say, I watched the whole tour. I just thought it was amazing. I didn't know this.
But that's exactly it. I wanted it to be references that I thought were really high concept and really high value for fans, and for them to see things they hadn't necessarily seen before, all in one concert. But I wanted to do it at the highest intensity, rapid fire. You're seeing something new every 15 to 30 seconds. And so it feels like you're scrolling in an algorithm, right? Yes. And when I heard reports of people saying that they got actual amnesia after the concerts, I was like, oh, I think we did it.
Yeah.
I think we did it, nailed it. That's genuine. That's I wasn't even shooting for that goal, when they're like, I saw so many things and I experienced a state of euphoria that I now don't remember what happened to me. I was like, oh my God.
All I remember is that she didn't want to meet me. That's it.
That's all he got about.
And as much as you, and I've told you this, as much as you want to, give New Heights credit, I give the Eras Tour credit.
Yeah?
I give the Eras Tour credit because if I would have never gone to that show and been mesmerized and just been captivated, and then left with such a desire to want to meet you, I would have never went on here and told everybody how butthurt I was. Yeah, I'd never just been so engulfed in the curiosity of who you were.
Oh, that's
and
really
wonderful.
I really
one of the best things about that last statement is you didn't even know what the word engulf meant before, like you met Taylor. Like you've broadened your horizon so much.
We're the perfect. I'm telling you, she makes me so much better. So,
thank you for saying that. That.
But it's like you see you on the stage and you see how crazy you can get an entire stadium going, and then I get you in a room and it's like I've known you forever. It's like it was just the easiest conversation I ever had, and it was just so much fun that it it knocked my socks off, from what they say.
Knocked your socks off.
Yeah.
Thank you. I felt
she
the same
blew me
exact
away,
way
and
about you.
I had never experienced something so mesmerizing on stage, and then so real and so beautiful in person.
Hey, that's
should I leave?
I'm just I think so. Honestly, at this point, I think everyone should leave.
I don't know where to go from here now. How many countries did you do the Eras Tour in?
47,000 countries, Jason.
You just listed that in the beginning.
Well, I said 51 cities, which I don't know if that's right.
It was a lot of countries.
150?
What was really fun about all the countries that we went to is when we first started dating, he was like, I always wanted to go and really vacation in Europe and see Australia and, go to Asia. And I was like, well, I got a tour for that. It's coming up.
Nice. You got room for a 6'5" guy to
we can figure it out.
Like,
no, the dimensions are wild, but we'll make some room. I think we'll have to leave some equipment trunks behind.
Thank you for
to accommodate the size, but absolutely would be happy to have you. And we got to travel the world and have vacations and adventures when I wasn't on stage, which was really fun because Europe was so fun. Australia is amazing. Yeah. It was great. And that entire part of our lives, I was on tour for so long and now I finally am not on tour. And it's kind of great because I'm getting my hobbies back. When I was on tour, all I had the bandwidth for was what's the acoustic mashup this week? How do I say welcome to the Eras Tour in Portuguese? That was the only thing taking up my brain space. And now it's
been so fun to see what Taylor actually gets into around the house.
It's I'd say all my hobbies could be categorized as hobbies you could have had in the 1700s. I get on my granny shit.
You enjoy doing all of these homey things. That's basically what you're saying?
Yeah, I like to sew.
Yep.
I specialize, as you know, in children's purses and baby blankets. I make two things, and that's it.
I know that very well.
Very good at these two things.
I love to paint. I love to cook. I have a different baking obsession every 6 months.
I am the luckiest man in the world.
Right now we're very deep in a sourdough obsession that has taken over my life.
I am aware.
Yeah.
And I'm very deep in it now. You've got me deep in this.
I'm lucky. I'm working as much as I am and running as much as I am because I'm getting the caloric intake.
Yeah, he asked me to send him 2 loaves of sourdough at training camp. I'm like wrapping sourdough loaves in like saran wrap or whatever, like cling film. The sourdough's taken over my life in a huge way. I'm really talking about bread 60% of the time now. It's become a huge factor.
And she's getting good with making all these different versions of it.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one was probably, the regular sourdough is one of my favorites, but the blueberry.
Yeah, we do. There's a blueberry lemon. There's cinnamon swirl, cinnamon raisin, and this one I've been workshopping for the girls because they love everything rainbow. Funfetti sourdough.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna blow their mind.
No, it will, because they love sprinkles. We put sprinkles in everything when we hang out.
Yeah.
It's really
She's a loafer for life now.
Yeah, and it's gotten
loafer
pretty crazy over here. I'm just always baking bread and texting my friends and being like, can I send you some bread? I need some feedback. Do you like this one better than you liked the other one? I did the rise a little differently. I'm on sourdough blogs. There's a whole community of us. And I didn't know it.
Oh my gosh.
This is the
amount of people hoping that you're on their blog.
Oh, I'm on your blog. Girl, I'm on your blog. But it's I just didn't know this. There's people like me out there, and this is where the internet is good. This is where the internet is a good place where you can curate a reality where all I really use the internet for is sourdough, and when Travis shows me videos of otters on his Instagram algorithm.
I want
it's an interesting animal.
I want a wild otter so bad. I just want to like find these little creatures.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wants
why a wild one? Why wouldn't you?
Because
aren't they all wild?
Oh no, there's domestic.
There's domestic otters.
He wants one specifically whose life he saved, who knows that he saved its life.
Who feels, yes.
It's a really specific type of otter he's looking for.
The videos that I watch are somebody just in a canoe.
Yeah, he doesn't want to like go up to an otter and take it from its mother.
No.
He wants to see an otter, and the otter's like, my paw's caught in a shell. And he's like, I got you. And then the otter's like, thank you forever with its little paws.
And then bring him anchovies every couple months.
Up, and then you're kayaking, and it's like doing this to you. Like, that's what he wants. And I want it too, honestly. Who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, do otters eat bread? Can we get a sourdough eating otter? That might be the perfect.
We're gonna figure that. I
don't know if they
do.
I don't know.
They're probably.
But yeah, we had discussed maybe like carrying around cans of sardines just in case we run into one.
Nice.
It's better in principle than it is in practice. Easier to conceptualize.
It seems pretty
the
easy
actual,
though. You just gotta go canoeing.
Which is also easier in principle than it is in practice.
Yeah.
For us in terms of just the weight balance on the water.
I'm on the hunt for a friend.
All right.
Yeah. Stuff you didn't know you needed to know, right, Jason?
I mean, I love otters. I don't know who doesn't love watching Instagram. This is what life after
Eras Tour is, though, Jason. You gotta. It's so.
Travis, I'm retired. I am all in on this. Mm-hmm. I want to bake. I just don't have the planning behind it. Taylor's a planner, and she's going to have the sourdough alive. We're not going to keep a sourdough alive.
He's actually done it. He's actually done it.
Yeah, I've made a loaf. You've had one of my loaves.
He's done all of it. Like we've set it up where it's like I've got a station and he's got a station and he's done all of it.
Yep.
Okay. So he's actually baked too.
Yeah, I've stretched and folded before.
Yeah.
But there's just like something always slightly wrong with
all
it.
The flour.
No, his rose higher than mine. His was more delicious than mine. It's like, it's also,
no directions over here, Jason.
Chance.
I get into the whole...
No chance? Jason, you've had it and you said you loved it.
I'm not saying it's not good, but it's no ways as good as Taylor's.
That's not true.
I'm telling you, if you took like 2 chunks and you sent it off to the lab, there's going to be so many more germs and microbes and Travis.
Oh my God. Oh, ew. the bacteria count.
What is the fungus in this that's on this one? No,
yeah.
That's the sourdough, Jason.
That's the sour. Okay.
Why is there chest hair in it? How did you?
Yeah.
There's like chest.
The apron's too low.
There's like chest hair in his. There's cat hair in mine. It's just like both of these are completely inedible. But it's crazy how many puns you can make, because I got bread bags and I got labels, and so you can really go for it with the puns. You go, are you ready for it?
Are you ready?
Flower song is the slamming screen door. That's horrible. It's a loaf story, baby. Just say yeast.
Just say yeast. Yeah.
What's the one I was doing? Dough.
Keep going.
It's a loaf story.
I should have said dough. No, it's horrible. Loafing him was bread. It's bad. You don't know that song, and that's okay.
I love you.
It wasn't on the tour.
Tour. So. We do have this. I did fuck that up. 21 countries. Did you learn anything throughout is there anything at the end of the tour when you were wrapping up that you wish you had been doing the whole time? Is there anything you would do differently now that the entire tour is wrapped up?
No, I'm really glad that I didn't know it would have gone on as long as it did. Yeah. I'm glad that I got to actually be prepared for this tour the way that I was, because in previous tours I had noticed that I would get on the tour and I'd have to get my stamina up throughout the tour, and by the last quarter of the tour I'd finally hit my stride stamina wise, and I'd be like, oh, I can do this easily every night.
Yeah,
I wanted to be at that point at the beginning of the Eras tour, so that's why I did so much more training, so much more endurance training and cardio and stuff that doesn't come naturally because I'm not an athlete. So it's like that stuff I have to really force myself to do.
Don't you say that.
I mean,
don't you dare say that.
It's how I feel. And I don't even, it's not like I say that in a disparaging way. I don't care at all.
Okay, fair enough. But why do we take it that way?
It's not like I'm like I'm not an athlete, and that's fine. Like I play instruments.
I take it that way because we're undefeated on the beer pong table. I've seen you throw a football.
No, that's not good, and counts. That's not good.
It does.
No,
it does. You can
spiral.
Yes.
You gotta be real. It's better than me because it's not. There's no spiral. I don't think I've ever caught anything that's ever been thrown to me, near me,
I've seen it.
Around
You're just disinterested in being an athlete.
That's true.
Can you hit something with a stick? That's a telltale sign of an athlete. Good with a stick.
No, I don't know, Jason. I've never tried that. So it's like
we got to try this out now.
We're going out back after
this. Here's the thing, right? My relationship with sports was like, I grew up in Pennsylvania. I always heard my dad yelling at the screen watching Eagles games. That was always the sports sounds that I heard in my house. However, I was up in my room playing guitar, learning instruments, playing piano. I was focused on different things. I was like so laser focused on music. And that's how I was in school. Like I would go to sporting events so that I could sing the national anthem. Like everything was a means to an end to get to do music. Yeah. I know every halftime show from the Super Bowls, but I didn't watch the sports.
No.
And so
watching
Travis,
the Eras tour and seeing that power skip, I knew you were an athlete from the power skip.
You're just saying
I
words.
knew it. It's one of my favorite parts.
Just telling lies.
Just see you just skipping down that runway.
Just looking like a giraffe that's limbs were put on all wrong.
Not everybody can skip, but not everybody can power skip in heels.
Yeah, in heels.
That takes athleticism.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just saying.
What a unique compliment. So yeah, I definitely became obsessed with sports when it came to him. I'm competitive on his behalf, but like if you and me are going to go against each other in something athletic, like I'm going to let you win because this to me, like I don't see what do the points even mean if I'm doing it. I'm a fan of athletics and the sports. Mm-hmm. If I'm doing the sports, like I'm throwing like this because I don't really care if it goes where it's supposed to go.
Interesting.
It doesn't bother me. And when I don't make the catch, I'm not embarrassed. No? That's fine.
She's a good teammate, so she'll give effort if it's teamed up. If it's individual sports, she's not going to care. But if she needs to be held accountable,
if I'm on his team and we're playing beer pong or something, like I'm really trying.
You're in. So you're a team sports
because this matters to him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a team sports gal.
Yeah.
Put me on an Olympic one person trying to do some stuff sport. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I'm getting out of here. Yeah.
I'm doing this. I care.
Okay.
I'm doing this. I care. Care a lot.
We're doing this. We're kneading dough.
I don't care.
I
don't care if this happens. I don't care if this goes here. It's not part of my metrics for my self-worth.
All right. That's probably very healthy, to be honest with you.
Hey, I was like, as long as you're fine with this.
What? No, I'm completely fine with you being an athlete. Yeah.
I'm not an athlete. I'm never going to be.
You just missed the whole point.
Yeah.
What?
He sees what he wants to see, and it bodes well for me.
Do you have a favorite thing from the Eras Tour?
I have a lot of favorite things from the Eras Tour. I would look out and I would see a lot of bonding happening between generations of people.
Gosh, that's so true.
It was really wonderful. It was like the most incredible feeling in the world because I can see all that. I've got LASIK. I have incredible vision. Basically, the Eras Tour, I think one of my favorite things was when the fans would come up with their own traditions, right?
Oh, so cool.
Because I can plan a stage show that's like, we know exactly what's happening, when it's going to happen. It's very stage managed. It's a whole production, right? And I love to plan. But I also do love surprises. Like there's a time during the European of the Eras Tour, there's a song called Willow where we do a performance where we have these, it's a very witchy performance. Yep. We have these light up orbs and we're in cloaks and it's all very woo. The fans decided that they were going to bring their own light up orbs. And by that, I mean balloons that they would blow up in the audience. Okay. And then they would they would use their phone light behind it and create a light up orb. When I tell you, I looked out. Yeah. Or a glow stick, whatever. They would figure out ways to illuminate them themselves. And it was insane to look out and see spontaneously thousands of these orbs just go up. and I'd just be like, I don't even know who organized this.
Yeah.
Was there a group text? How did you guys even do this? It was so cool. Special.
Yeah.
It felt like we were all part of something together in a way that couldn't be planned. And there's, as much as I love and relish in planning, it was really fun that they would do things to sort of delight me every once in a while. They had little chants. They had all these traditions. By the end of the tour, it was like Rocky Horror Picture Show, where they have their own
They have their own show, literally.
Right.
It was, I remember being in Gelsenkirchen, Germany.
And you know what?
What did you just say?
Gelsenkirchen.
Love is him learning that.
Yeah.
That's a city?
He came to Gelsenkirchen.
I think that's how you say it.
Supported me there.
I've never heard of this.
If you say it with a German accent, it probably sounds more like the actual city, but my American accent is Gelsenkirchen.
Gelsenkirchen.
And I remember seeing that part of the show, and they were literally doing circles and like putting the orbs up in the air and passing them to each other like they were performing.
It was so beautiful. They were so committed. I've never played for crowds that were as committed.
Yeah.
So I think I loved the event of it. Like I'm always trying to figure out how to make music into more of an event, right? How do we make it romantic? How do we make it something that people experience together? And, that's why I love vinyl. That's why I love, putting so much into the tour or a music video or events or activities for them to do or Easter eggs or little puzzles for them to solve. Like, it's gotten to the point where it's just like, it's a little bit, people are like, the Easter eggs thing is getting a little Zodiac killer at this point. I'm like, as long as they like it, you know?
How do you go about like knowing how to do an Easter egg? I don't even know, like, where does that process start? Are you like,
well, I have some parameters.
What is the art of the Easter egg?
The art of the Easter egg is that there's do's and don'ts, right? Like, I'm never going to plant an Easter egg that ties back to my personal life. It's always going to be towards music or a musical, something I'm coming up with, something I have coming up, a plan I have coming together, something that you don't know I'm saying for a specific reason that you'll hear later, and you'll go back and be like, oh my God. Like, I think my favorite one of those was I was given an honorary doctorate from NYU, and I made the commencement speech, and I put so many lyrical Easter eggs in that speech that when the Midnights album came out after that, the fans were like, the whole speech was an Easter egg.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, that's really fun because they find it fun.
For sure.
And also just, I love numerology. I love math stuff. I love dates. I love that stuff, like, I find really fun. And I want Easter eggs to be a certain thing where, like, if you are a part of the fandom and you want to experience like music in a normal way, then you don't even see these. You don't even care what that thing is above that doorway, under that dimly lit, flickering light over there that's upside down, backwards, in Braille. You don't need to know what that is.
I love this. Yeah.
But if you want to look at that,
but if you do,
then it's there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you know,
if you're in the know,
you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then you know.
Let's talk about something I don't know. What is numerology? You threw that phrase out there like that's a comment. What is numerology?
You don't know what numerology is?
I'm
assuming something with numbers.
Yeah.
Rumors suggest that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce could have the wedding of the year in 2026, following their reported August 2025 engagement, with Swift planning to focus on wedding preparations after finishing promotions for her album, The Life of a Showgirl. Speculation about her dress designer includes names like Stella McCartney and Sarah Burton, while Swift herself recalled on Graham Norton's show that Kelce surprised her with a romantic proposal by secretly building a garden behind his house after they recorded an episode of his podcast, New Heights. She has said she is excited to plan the celebration and hinted that Norton would be invited, noting that large guest lists make weddings less stressful, and fans expect a star-studded event, especially after her close friend Selena Gomez recently married producer Benny Blanco, where Swift reportedly gave a heartfelt speech. Although the exact date has not been confirmed, June 13th, 2026 is rumored because of Swift's well-known attachment to the number 13. And if that date changes, anticipation for what could be one of the most talked about celebrity weddings will likely remain just as strong. Perhaps July will be the chosen month for the much-anticipated wedding, especially considering Taylor Swift's memorable 2023 performance at Arrowhead Stadium, home of the Kansas City Chiefs, where Travis Kelce has been a key player since entering the NFL. Interestingly, he once attended her record-breaking Eras tour show in Kansas City before they had ever met in person. As excitement builds for their nuptials, fans are already imagining everything from the venue and guest list to unforgettable highlight moments, since Swift's love life and personal milestones have long captivated audiences, and this wedding appears poised to be no exception. With their romance unfolding in the public eye, anticipation continues to grow, fueling speculation about whether the celebration will become a true pop culture phenomenon. Media buzz remains constant, fueled by fascination with her past relationships and the couple's star power. Yet many expect heartfelt personal touches, from music choices to intimate shared moments, to define the day. With his football career and her music legacy dominating headlines, their union represents a blend of two global spotlights. And as they step into this new chapter together, fans can only wonder what spectacular surprises lie ahead, making 2026 feel destined to be a year of joy, love, and unforgettable celebration, whose impact will echo long after the festivities end.